Hey, what's up, folks? It's Chris here with Sticky Cabana's blog slash podcast. This is season 1, episode 2. So throughout this, I've talked to everybody. We're going to be doing interviews with individuals that performed at the Cabana this year. So today with me, I have Nick with Always Out of It. So Nick, if you don't mind, tell the viewers out there a little bit about you and what you do and everything like that.
How's it going, everyone? I do some solo music. I guess you'd call it probably indie emo, is what I call it anyways. Play guitar, throw a little bit of keys in the recordings.
Pretty much it, huh?
I mean, I do some loops,
Yeah.
So.
Right on. Yeah, and we'll be hearing a little bit of that here in a little bit. I'm going to have Nick perform a couple songs for us. But, yeah. So, Nick, you played out there at the Cabana this year.
Yep.
You want to tell us a little bit about your experiences out there?
Oh, let's see. I played out there 3 times, I think.
I think so.
I think 3 times. Honestly, I didn't really know what to expect at first.
I can imagine.
I was like, all right, it's in some dude's backyard,
Yep.
It looks like. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
And I went out there, I'm like, this place is really cool.
Yeah.
I thought it was really, who puts a stage in their backyard?
Yeah.
So...
Me.
You do.
Yeah, me.
I thought it was pretty awesome. My friends were pretty impressed, too. The whole bar setup and the stage. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I enjoyed playing there. I think everyone was really supportive of music in general there.
I agree.
Which is really nice.
That was the main goal, was the local.
Yeah, it's a welcoming feel,
Yeah.
I think, and it feels very Missouri.
Yeah, it does. It does.
It's very middle of the country.
It absolutely is.
I liked it.
It is. Yeah, and you performed. So you came out the first time and you played and you played with a group of people, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the second time, let's see, was that the benefit? Or no, it may not have been.
I think it might have been, because then we played with Ruby Lane the third time.
Yeah. That was great. Thursday night show, too.
Yeah.
That turned into a pretty good sized show.
Yeah, it was fun.
That was fun, but that benefit, that was really cool.
Yeah, that was, that was definitely the biggest show I played at Sticky's this year. It was probably 30 people when I played.
Yeah, just for your set, and then there was 4 bands that performed that day, or 4 groups total that performed that day, and that was really cool. That was for that veterans benefit.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet.
Yeah. So we're asking everybody everything. Is there anything that you saw out there that could be improved?
Ooh,
I know.
Man, that's a big ask, but cushions on seats.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a big ask. But
yeah. And I thought about that. I did. I thought about the cushions on the seats, but then it's like, man, when it rains.
Oh yeah, you're gonna ruin them.
You're gonna ruin them.
That's why it's not practical.
No, but I agree with you. That's
honestly though, you don't need seats at a concert venue. People should be standing anyways.
No, yeah, by all means. You look forward to. Are you interested in possibly coming back this year?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I'll be playing a show or 2 there, hopefully.
That'll work for us for sure on that. So last year, with it being 2021, that we had this happening and everything, we started May of 2021. So we missed out on 2020. How, as you as a performing artist, did the Big C affect you?
It kind of sucked when it first hit. I wasn't playing solo too much at the time. I was in the band Carrier Pigeon that I had formed. But we were trying to play shows, and then all of a sudden it hit, and it was like, how are we gonna get around it? How are we gonna play shows? So I think we only really played like 1 show during the height of the end times.
Is that about it? That y'all got to play?
I think so. We did it on our front porch, so it was spaced out and stuff. And it was a fun show. We probably brought out like 40 or 50 people into the street and stuff. But yeah, no, it was kind of like, what do you do? So I focused a lot on writing music.
Yeah.
I got a lot of my solo songs written and got those started. But really, like, trying to switch to the creative side rather than the live music side was really the only way to get through it.
Yeah. I talked to several, and they said that they did a lot of writing. A lot of just honing their skills, basically.
Yeah. One of the things, though, it's kind of tough to write during this time, because it's like you aren't really getting out and doing too much.
No.
Life is kind of on pause, and it's hard to write songs when you are not living life. Yeah. I don't know whose quote it was, but somebody once said, it's like, to be a great songwriter, you have to live a great life. I don't know if that's entirely true. I think to be a dramatic songwriter, you have to live a dramatic life at least.
I could see that.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of like I'm just sitting at home. I'm playing video games all day. I'm trying to stay safe. And so what am I going to write about? Like, I won a few rounds of Call of Duty. Nobody wants to hear that in a song.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah, I don't know about that. So
well,
it makes it tough.
How soon in 2021 were you able to get out and play again?
Let's see. I kind of started playing in the springtime, summer. We kind of started with a pop-up concert that I put together on the Business Loop. I don't know if you've ever seen the pop-up park, but it's a pretty cool place to play.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was with, I think, the Lemon Settlement and my buddy Forrest and Tyler and Will, and they all played. That was a good show. But yeah, that was probably in like March or April maybe.
Okay.
And that was outdoors. But yeah, then I started playing some outdoor gigs, and I played then it started kind of getting indoors at the end of summer.
Yeah. And I've noticed the transition big time. It's not just musicians, but venues. They're trying to transition a little more outdoorsy.
Yeah. I mean, it's safer, so I mean, it's a good idea. I like being outdoors to play a show too. Yeah. It's nice. But I mean, then the winter rolls around. But I mean, good thing they rolled out vaccines and stuff, so people can feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
So
doing what they do, just go out and play.
Yeah. So I think that's kind of opened it up a little bit. I've definitely been to more concerts recently.
I can imagine.
And been able to play more. Like, I mean, I just played last night. Played Tuesday at the Dive Bar.
Well, that's a good spot to play at right there for sure. They're pretty big supporters as well.
Yeah, it's a fun place to play. The crowd was great. So. Yeah.
Do you have any other shows coming up here this winter here?
Not yet.
Yeah.
I haven't really been focusing on getting too many shows right now. I'm kind of working on my album that I've been recording.
Yeah.
So kind of want to get that done.
How many songs are you gonna have on that?
Right now I think it's 11 songs.
It's pretty good size.
Two are recorded. Well, technically 4 recorded, but 2 I'm gonna re-record. So only 2 are recorded right now. So there's a lot of work to do.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
Yeah, I have like another song or 2 in the pipeline too that I may or may not finish before the recording's done. So we'll see.
Yeah, definitely sounds like a good time, Eric.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'm hoping to get it out probably like in maybe like February or March of next year.
That'd be nice.
We'll see.
That'd be nice. So with you coming to the Cabana and stuff, did you ever try any of the Moonshine?
I did. Yeah. It was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah. So that alone has been a big topic. With everybody was the Moonshine. Where do you find a venue that serves moonshine? And stuff and. I can give a little backstory on that. I've been making moonshine for 20 plus years. And got a couple stills set up, undisclosed locations. Yeah. Lots of different flavors that we're working with. Trying some new stuff this year. This year the big hit was the watermelon.
Yeah, I had that one.
Yeah.
I think that's the only one I had probably.
Did you? Yeah.
I don't drink too much moonshine.
No.
My playing gets a little sloppy.
Everybody says the same thing. It's like they're slurring. They start slurring their words.
Yeah, people like to hear my lyrics.
Yeah, for sure on that. So, you mind telling us a little bit about what you bring with you to like shows and stuff?
Yeah, you can kind of basically see it behind us and in my feed. I'll pull that up in a second for the camera. We'll start with my guitar. This is my Thin Line Telly. I'm a sad emo boy, so of course I have a Telecaster. I'm a big fan of it. It has Jazzmaster pickups, which is kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'll show that to the camera.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that. That's pretty neat, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it is. Cheap guitar, too. Great Squire. So, yeah, I feed that into the pedal board over here, which is where the magic happens. Oh, man, it's heavy. I built this myself. Can the camera see it? I hope so.
Yeah.
It's a beast.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's see, where does it start? I mean, we're going through the tuner, compressor, octaver, couple overdrives, chorus, acoustic simulator, goes into the amp, back out, into a delay, couple reverbs, and then a looper.
Nice.
So,
you take that with you on every show.
Yeah. It's a hassle to carry.
I can imagine.
Dude, I was taking a hike last night up to Prest, because I couldn't find good parking downtown.
Yeah.
Gosh, my arm was so sore carrying this thing at the end. It was like,
I can imagine.
it's hard to hold my guitar.
I can definitely imagine.
But yeah, then we feed into this little Joyo amp head, which another great piece of cheap equipment. I don't know if you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of plugged in, so it's hard to pull over. But
Oh yeah.
into the Laney cab, which is really big for a really small amp head.
Hefty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how we make the noises, the sounds.
A little bit of traveling with all that when you like you said, like last night, you couldn't find a parking spot, so that was
well, I found out afterwards, after I hauled my gear in,
Yeah.
that I could park in the alleyway and just
course.
go right there, but I didn't realize that at first. So
well, I'm sure loading up made life easier.
oh
by doing that,
yeah. I just pulled right in the alleyway and filled
for
up.
sure. Well, since you showed us all that, you mind playing us a little bit?
Yeah.
Show us a little bit what you got.
This song is called "The Trips We'll Never Take." By Always Out of It. Yeah. Oh, this is working. Dang, that's a bummer.
No way.
Walk into a coffee table, you're still on the couch. I've got a head of staples, no this won't work out, 'cause we'll never make to Albuquerque, Sunset Boulevard. If you ever knew make it out alive, but you don't. Won't put in the time to be alone. From Arizona, drive to the West Coast. Those black and purple skies, please take me home, please take me home, please take me home. To a kitchen doorway for another drink. If I'm just in a deeper case, could you let me be? 'Cause we'll never follow road maps to the places we can't find. When all along we tell ourselves it'll be fine, but it won't. Time to be alone. From Arizona, drive to the West Coast. With black and purple skies, please take me home, please take me home, please take me home.
There you go.
Cool.
Right on, right on. So is that song off of your newest album coming out? Or
Yeah,
is it,
that'll be on the new album.
Yeah.
Right now I only have 2 songs online.
Yeah.
They're both more acoustic songs.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
So,
Yeah, I knew you'd been working on one for a minute. I didn't know how in depth you'd got.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got quite a bit. You said you got 11 of them so far going on.
I think it's 11. I want to say it's 11.
That's pretty good size to come out. Is that going to be your first album?
Yeah, first full-length album. I had a 5-song EP with my old band.
Yeah.
So I guess that would kind of be my first, but yeah, this will be my first like LP length or however you want to say it.
The first thing of it, yeah, for sure. So one question I always ask for everybody: you give us a funny story from your childhood, something growing up.
Oh gosh.
Let the people know that you are a real person. Yeah.
Oh, you want to hear like some real weird conspiracy theory stories?
Absolutely. We like that kind of stuff.
All right, we'll go like mid-level. We won't go all the way to where people think I'm like absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Well, there was this one time. This isn't really funny actually. It's just kind of cool.
There you go.
I was totally saw a UFO. We'll preface it. So I was like biking home from work one day back in Las Vegas, back home, and I worked at a Subway. And at the time, I had like it took me about an hour and 15 to bike home. It was a 13-mile ride.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was staying with a friend at the time, and I saw this like bright light out in the sky while I was biking, and I'm seeing it as I'm going in between buildings, so I don't see it like continuously, but it's just chilling there, and I'm like, God, that's like the brightest star I've ever seen in my life. And so I keep going, and I start to get out into this desert area, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, now there's no buildings obstructing it, and I'm like, that's really weird looking.
Yeah.
And so I kept looking at it, and I've been biking for about 45 minutes just looking at it, and I'm like, okay, so it's too low in the sky to be a star.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking at it compared to the mountains, and I'm like, it's too high to be a radio tower or something like that. And I'm like, but it's just chilling there. It's not moving. So I'm like, it's too high up to be a helicopter. It could be a plane, but again, it's not moving. I'm like, what in the world is this? So after about 45 minutes, like, what in the world is this star? Shoop! Across the entire horizon, probably in about 15 seconds.
Yeah,
just gone. Yeah, and I ended up like looking it up afterwards, and like, I mean, it had to go over 200-300 miles in like 15 seconds.
Well,
and so, it's like, who knows?
in Area 51's out that way too.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
I watched some crazy alien conspiracy shows, and they did say that like a lot of sightings actually are out on this like peninsula or something, California. And the direction I was looking was actually,
that way.
The direction towards that way. So who knows?
Well, I'm a big conspiracy theorist myself. I believe in Bigfoot.
Well, let's go Joe Rogan now.
Yeah, that might as well. That's the second time in 2 weeks Rogan's been brought up. Yeah. But no, honestly, I believe in Bigfoot. I swear to everything holy that I saw Bigfoot when I was 14 years old.
Okay.
While I was bow hunting.
Okay.
So I mean, I'm bow hunting. In an area where there's a terrain that comes down and it hits a creek bottom, comes up, flat ground, off to my left or off to the one. This way is all woods. This way is an open field. And I saw something come down the hillside, but it was black. Came up through the creek line and stood, I don't know, 80 yards or so in front of me, and kind of looked at me at a corner of its eye and went, huh, like that, and took off through the woods, or took off through the field area. And I looked over at my buddy and I was like, did you see that? And he goes, yeah, you're not packed up yet to ready to go? And so, I swear I saw it, and everybody's like, oh, no, you saw a bear. No, man, a bear doesn't walk on two legs.
Yeah.
Not like that, I mean, you see a bear stand up on two legs, sure, but not what it was doing there. They're like, well, it had to be an escaped monkey from something. I'm like, not like that it wasn't, I'm telling you, So, yeah, I believe wholeheartedly. I mean, my wife's a big believer in UFOs, too, so, yeah.
They're out there, man.
I agree.
I don't know if you saw the government came out with the Pentagon and everything and confirmed that those Navy videos were U.S. videos, but then they came out and said there's no unidentified flying object. Did you see those Navy videos?
I think so, yeah.
Where it literally looked the same as the thing I saw.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
And yeah, they came out and said, yes, these are Navy videos. And then they're like, but there's no unidentified flying object in this. So
no,
either they're trying to cover it up or they know what it is and it's, a government.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's comforting if our government is the one who has that technology.
Well,
maybe we aren't as behind as everyone says.
That's a good thing.
If they do know what that is.
That is a good thing for sure. So to get back here with your music and stuff, how long you been playing music?
So I picked up guitar like my summer of after my second year of college.
Yeah.
So I've been playing guitar for probably about 4 years now. Yeah. I think I started when I was like 20, I want to say. So really not that long, honestly.
Doing better than me. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I picked up guitar and then I kind of started playing a little bit of keyboard recently, but I don't have any idea how to play. I just like can play little notes to add to my songs.
Push the buttons and go with it.
Yeah. I have a little trick where if you put colored tape on the right notes, then you can just follow the tape. And you just have to play in time, and it sounds good.
Makes sense.
No matter what you play.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah. Hey, whatever works, I'm telling you.
But it means that you have absolutely no idea how to play keyboard.
Well, there's ways to cheat, though, and it'll work.
Yeah. But, I mean, I've been writing songs. I probably started writing lyrics back in, like, high school.
Nice.
So, I mean, you could say I've been writing songs longer, but...
Yeah. Well, that's cool, though. At least you've been doing something, like that.
Yeah.
For a while.
Yeah.
What's your plans for the future?
Probably win a couple Grammys, tour the world. No,
yeah.
I don't know, man.
Heisman Trophy.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go back to college and join the football team.
Yeah.
No, I'm planning on an album early next year. I'm working on that. I'm recording it at home, so mixing it myself and everything. So we'll see. I mean, past that, probably just playing whatever shows I can.
Yeah.
I think it would be really cool to get the opportunity to tour one day, but who knows with work and life and everything.
Yeah,
that's a difficult thing to do.
It is, and I face that a lot with me. As y'all know, I own a record label.
Yeah,
and so I face that a lot with musicians that I have. They're like, I want to tour. Okay, but do you realize whenever you say you want to tour, that means there goes your job.
Yeah.
There goes, anything else that you've got scheduled. You can't say, oh, I'm sorry, I got a doctor's appointment. I've now got to come off tour and go home to this doctor's appointment and stuff like that. Or I got to go to a birthday party or something. No. That's not what that means. And you could do a mini tour. You could probably get you a mini tour going. And those are always fun. And, I'll be more than happy to help you through anything that you need with that, whenever that comes around. But, yeah, But tours are the ones that scare people. I mean, that's a whole new ball game there.
Yeah. I'm kind of like in the process of looking for a new job, and I've kind of tossed around the idea in my head of like maybe, if I was able to have like 2 or 3 weeks in between starting a new job and leaving my current job, whenever that does end up happening, maybe I could go on like a week or 2 long tour. It would be kind of cool. Because all my gear fits in my car.
Yeah, there you go. Little mini tour of some sort. And if you stick with something to begin with, say just a mini tour in Missouri.
Yeah.
Or something, or Missouri and a couple surrounding states.
Yeah, maybe like Illinois, Kansas, something.
Something simple like that, and go with there. That's doable. You can do that, but.
I mean, the farthest out I've played so far is St. Louis.
Yeah.
So I do want to go a little farther than that.
Yeah.
I would really like to play back in my hometown of Vegas, but
it's a road trip. It's a road trip.
That's a flight, really.
Yeah. I mean,
and the gear's not making it.
if you drive it, you could always you could get you a couple of shows in Kansas, a couple in Colorado, and work your way out through there. And
that's an idea.
And on the way back, hope that you can do the same. Have it already pegged.
Yeah.
And the best thing is if you can find if you don't have a show planned, and this is the way what I tell everybody all the time. If you don't have a show planned and you're coming back, you stop in a town. You go into a little venue or go to a bar or anything and say, hey, I'm passing through town on my way back, home or whatnot like that. Anyway, I could perform here tonight, and I'll play for tips.
Yeah.
And if you play for tips, that's gas money.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Play for tips and a drink, or something, Yeah.
I mean, my last couple shows, we're not high paying, so.
Yeah. Well, and around here, it's real hard to find a high paying shows. Columbia, I've noticed, is a niche market. It's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah.
And I've lived here since '98. Since it's been a long time. And I'm an old guy, and I've been here for a while, and yeah, it's not really changed much in the music scene.
Yeah,
it really hasn't. It used to be a little more happening downtown, and I've noticed over the years it's kind of slowly died down downtown. I don't know what that is. I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, I guess we'll see.
It's getting overrun by Mizzou.
Something fierce, huh? Yeah. Yeah, so with the Big C happening, do you expect anything to really kick up here in 2022?
I mean, I think as long as we don't get another wave,
yeah,
I mean,
we never know.
It's hard to say. Hopefully I can start. I mean, really, ideally, I'd want to be able to play like shows every week or something like that.
Oh yeah, by far. Yeah.
And that might be more possible in the future as things die down a little bit. But I mean, everything's so up in the air right now.
It is.
It is really hard to say what I expect from 2022.
Well, with you playing at Place last night and playing at a couple spots here recently, are you seeing? Are people worried still?
I mean, not really the people that I'm seeing out at these shows.
Yeah.
But I mean, that doesn't mean that there's not people at home that are,
Oh yeah, by far.
I guess the show I was at last night, you didn't really see any masks.
Yeah, most of them probably vaccinated. I mean,
yeah.
for the most part.
I mean, I hope so.
You've seen the numbers for Boone County for where we're at here, and it's showing like almost 60% people.
Yeah, we're doing
vaccinated.
okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good numbers for what Boone County's got. What they say, 280,000 people in Boone County. I mean, alone. So that's pretty good. It's pretty decent for sure. So you said most of last night, nothing really, nobody acting scared at all.
No, not really.
Good.
No, I mean we weren't packed in, but I mean it felt normal.
That's good. That's what we want to hear. That's what we want to hear. And we noticed that this year with the Cabana, we started it up out of the blue, in May. And it took a minute. It was the trickle effect. It took a minute for people to start realizing that we were there. And we noticed that, they didn't really, we didn't get a whole lot of people at first, but then as it came on, as the season progressed, it got more and more and more. And people would come out, and if they had a mask on, great, by all means. I mean, we're in the open air. We're completely open air in the county, away from city regulations, which was great.
Yeah.
To begin with, but we're open air and stuff. And I put a statement up on our Facebook page a couple days ago, and about the mask, because I kept getting asked about the masks and about the vaccine card and everything like that. And I'm like, look, you do you. And that's always one of my mottos. If you feel like you want to come masked, by all means come masked. If you feel like you need to get vaccinated to benefit for your health, by all means you do you, but we're not going to require the cards or anything like that. We're going to give people the choices.
Yeah.
And I think there's a couple venues in town here that I've noticed that haven't gave the choices, and I think that's going to hurt them in the long run.
It might, yeah. I mean, I just hope everyone's out there being safe.
Exactly. I mean, that's
what's most important.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
100% there. So if you don't mind, you play us one more?
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
So this next song is called Sleepy Eyes. It was a song I wrote quite a while ago. Not really quite a while ago, but kind of more earlier on in my solo writing career. Probably my fourth song I wrote, I think, so... Forgot the lyrics. So we're going through this riff one more time. Compulsively checking my phone, see if I care about the time. Just need a distraction from reality. It's nothing to nothing, don't seem right. How much caffeine will it take for me to say that I saw the night? And all I wanna do is just lay in my bed, but comatose ain't a way to live life. I'm sorry that you see right through me. Promise I'll be trying to fight. Nothing I do seems to matter. on the sidewalk. Take when I'm out of my mind. Dump you when I'm feeling worthless. Dump you to remember I'm alive. I know I start to notice in public. A little unwell, I try to hide. Past every park bench in this city. Streetlights haven't given me a sign. I'm sorry that you see right through me. I promise I'm trying to fight. Nothing I do seems to matter. 'Cause I can't hide my sleepy eyes. I haven't got the chance to ask you yet. Where did Mr. Sticky come from?
Oh, the nickname Sticky. So as you all know, everybody out there, in the first episode I said that we're going to be doing a contest. Every time everybody asks me this, I'm going to give a story. And you may or may not get the real story. But whoever can tell me the real story will get a bottle of my own Sticky Shine. So the the nickname Sticky. So I've had that nickname for years. Back when me and my sister were little ones, I was probably, 7, 8 years old. My sister is 4 years younger than me, so she's 4. We got into, my parents were outside doing something, and back then, of course, you could leave the kids in the house. Nobody gave a crap about the kids back then, and we were in the house, and me and my sister got into, the food fight wars, and got into using syrup with each other, and I got myself coated in syrup.
Oh, nice. That's fun to clean up.
Well, I don't remember much about that.
I've gotten coated in syrup too, but that happens in that room.
That's in that room. That's a different ballgame. But so I got coated in syrup, and I was outside, and I came outside, and everything in the world was sticking to me, of course, as you know. And my dad started calling me Sticky from there on out. And every day, he'd introduce me to his friends. Oh, that was Sticky. And he'd tell the story. And so everybody just carried it on. And, 40 years later, here it is, So, yeah, there's the nickname Sticky. And it's everywhere it's gone. And throughout high school, I had a bit of a different nickname. That's a different story there completely. But I went by Boner in high school. Yeah, so, all throughout school, it was Boner, and then when I went in the Army and stuff like that, Sticky somehow found me again, and it was, from there on out, so it's been that way for years. But yeah, interesting stories, I know.
All right.
And it's up to the viewers to figure out, I'm
going to wait till the end of the podcast season to cast my vote.
Yeah, cast your vote on that. Yeah, there's plenty of there for everybody to go through.
I don't know if I believe you on this. I think I saw you look in the direction that the interrogators say means you're lying,
Yeah, the interrogators. For sure. So, like I said, we're gonna definitely get you out there again.
Cool.
A few times this year. I'd like to get you out at least 3 times.
Okay.
And if at all possible this year, for sure. So the way I do this at the end here is, you ever seen Sean? Was it Sean Evans? Hot Ones.
Is that the hot wing?
Yeah, the hot wing thing.
I haven't really seen it, but I've heard of it.
You've heard of it. So at the end of it, whenever he speaks to the audience, and he says, how he gets everybody's attention on there, he goes, so we've got this camera, and this camera. You tell the world, how to get a hold of you and everything like that.
All right. We'll start off. We got Facebook, Always Out of It, Columbia, Missouri. You'll find me on there. Instagram is Always Out of It Music, I think. I hope so. My music's on Spotify. I have 2 songs on there. I didn't play those today. They're called Days After Infinity and Part of Me. But they're on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Tidal. Actually, I don't know if you know this, Tidal is Jay-Z's streaming service.
Oh, yeah.
My good friend Jay-Z called me up one day and said, "Hey, Nick, I have this new streaming service called Tidal." And I said, "Yeah, Jay-Z, that sounds cool." He says, "Nick, I need you to stream on it." And I said, "My good friend Jay-Z, anything for you."
Yeah, we're gonna have
And
you
so now
start
I'm on
telling.
Tidal.
We're gonna have you start telling the sticky story. Yeah.
That's entirely
Yeah.
true. Jay-Z, I'll catch you next Tuesday at that bar mitzvah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
sure.
yeah, catch me on Spotify, anywhere basically. YouTube Music, it's all on there. So I'd love to see some new follows and few new streams, and stay posted for that album next year.
Yeah. But folks, we appreciate everything. We look forward to next week, or actually, we're going to be taking a couple weeks off. We've got Christmas and New Year's coming up. We're going to take a couple weeks off, and back with the next episode is going to be with The Bomb. They're called the Band of Misfit Boys, and it's a band. So we'll see y'all then.